Hello everyone and welcome back to more Danganronpa. It's been a minute. Well, I mean, it's been like 2 days. So, yeah. It just feels longer for me, I guess. Who knows? Wearing this jersey today. Jacket, jersey, sweater. I don't know. Every country will call it something else. So, there's no point in really translating that. Yeah, because it's cold today. It's been raining. This is the stream preamble. Welcome to the stream preamble. Yeah, it's been raining, it's cold, but I'm happy to play some Danganronpa. I've been writing an English assignment all day, so now I have that. I have a good first draft of that, and it's just going to take me like an hour to touch it up and then submit it, so I'm not stressed about it anymore. Got the hard part out of the way. Now we can get back to the sad part, which is investigating a very unfortunate death. Last time we saw Sakura die. Well, we saw Sakura's dead body. We didn't actually see her die. And this is going to be a tough investigation for me, I think. I'm going to be a little bit sad. But let's go into it. We have Yasuhiro on the front page. Yeah, should we just get into it? I don't know, I have my tea. Haven't had any yet. I've had a lot of tea today. Just not this cup yet. A lot of tea. I'm actually concerned. I should look at the health problems with that. The health, pitfalls of drinking that much tea. It's not caffeinated, so that's out of the question at least. Let's continue. Why not? Yes. Is this okay? Well, not really. Oh no. Oh no, I just remembered. Ah, he just wants to see the body. Ah! Well, I mean, she saw the body, but she said, she didn't know if she was dead or not. Oh no, this is gonna be painful. Just give me a second. I just want to check something on my... I know, very unprofessional of me. But I just need to do it. Okay, that's that. We can actually... I'm avoiding this. I'm genuinely just saddened at the state of affairs here. Huh?
Sakura's.
No. No. No.
Sakura's.
No, not again! Why would they say that line again? Ah, it tugs at my heartstrings.
Dead?
Damn it.
She's really dead?
Oh boy. And Flo was so nice to like say, oh, you don't want to start the stream on a sad note with Sakura's death, so you should do it at the end of last stream. And I was like, yeah. And then that was all I could handle. And now we have this to start off this stream. What a wonderful way to start the stream. Am I right? Hope I don't cry. Oh, thank goodness. The loud music kicked in, so I didn't have to feel emotions. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. And we also have the worst protagonist talking, so yeah, we didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. Weird. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? Hina, please. Please step out of the room. I have to go get them. I have to go get them. With shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. Oh boy, this is painful. And why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. If only your thoughts were that quiet. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. I stood there, unable to do a thing. Time just passed. Okay. Enjoy your trading. After I don't know how long. I got everyone.
What?
ogre.
Yes, yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. They seem chipper about it, except for Yasuhiro. We're not going to suspect Yasuhiro again, hopefully. But I suspect either Toko or Byakuya. Or suicide. I'm not sure how that would play out in court, so I'm quite curious to see how this goes. Last time I put like my whole theory out there. To be fair, I had like one wrong assumption, which was that the 16th student was involved, and if I hadn't had that assumption, maybe I would have got there, but I don't know. I'll own my mistake. It wasn't perfect, but I wasn't that far off. At least I got Celeste pretty early on. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? Whoa, that was a voice break. You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. That was
Interesting.
It didn't hurt, but it sounded painful. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
Oh, whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura! What? You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. Yeah. Let's neg on me for a second. It's fine. Who could be talking? Everyone's here. Is that Sakura? You know it? Oh. Oh, it was Monokuma. You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. That's right! It's the next Monokuma file. I never use these things. Are they important? And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Ugh. Now then, with that Hold on. Something I want to ask you. Huh? It's you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. It's not to know who it was, but whoever the Blacken is this time, I owe you one.
what is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie. Before you get all pissy-potty on me, you better figure out who did it first. Because I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? I'm trying.
What
I
is
feel like my Monokuma voice is actually pretty decent today. Usually I really struggle with that. What the hell? He owes them what?
I won't forgive
I
you.
hate him. I hate this whole situation. Oh, thing. Sorry. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Pretty easily. Haven't you been paying attention? I'm soulless. I'm secretly a ginger. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Today it's much better than it usually is. I don't know why. Maybe it's all the tea. Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura. He's like, be angry at whoever killed Sakura. Which obviously isn't me. No, it's not actually any problem for my throat. I have pretty decent vocal technique for the most part. Because I basically just operate on the rule that if it hurts, it's bad for you. So I try not to do voices that hurt. But that one's not too bad. It's kind of just my falsetto, essentially. Which is very pathetic for a falsetto. Anyway.
Anyway.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. Can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. Mondo's dead, Sakura's dead, no more people to stand guard. I'll do it. Mina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Oh, thank you so much, Hiroki God 2 for the follow. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Happy Friday. Oh, happy end of April as well. My word, April went by fast. Kyoko, that's you. What? You can't tell the protagonist to stand guard?
What?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. Is she gonna take that lightly? She has 2 guns at least. I think we gave her 2 guns. Maybe. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. What? But we need you. You're the detective. Yeah, seriously. He's like, I'll split into 2 teams. Me, myself, and all of you on your own. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is?
Hiro,
Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. Oh, okay, so it's just me and, no, it's just me. Huh? What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura! I wouldn't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. It's literally, and by letting Makoto in, she's cutting off the brain cells as well, or the flow of oxygen to the brain. Sorry. Cold. I have to wipe my nose sometimes. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about compromise?
It's all clear now.
The armpits. I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. No! 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 What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
Why are Toko and Jill so horny in this case? It's just spiraled out of control. And also, hey, Hiroki God, thanks for the follow again. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided. I mean, you did put her in guard. I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. Nah, just let Makoto in. But,
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a... Wow. He's getting slapped again, isn't he?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. We can't uncover Sakura's killer.
listen to me.
All of us face execution, except for Byakuya. No, I don't actually... I'm not sure if he did this one. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. Oh, you're Japanese. Welcome. I can't really speak Japanese. I know like a few phrases, but that's it. But thank you so much for checking out the stream. I'm sorry if I don't speak very clearly. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Investigate. Better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. Body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. Oh, so it wasn't poison. My bad. I guess I didn't really have anything to go off of anyway. I just thought that was a bit of a Chekhov's gun, you know? However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomit. Maybe it was poison. Never mind. From violent vomiting of blood. Maybe it was poison then. Monokuma file number 4 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
I think the case this time might be a challenge. It's better than last case, honestly. I'm not gonna complain. Again, we've moved on. We've moved on. What's that?
So...
The only thing in the rec room is the door we just came through. That door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape. That's a completely different game series. But I think it's also by... Is it by the same writer? I don't know. But the Zero Escape series is another video game series. I still need to play, because I think I would like it a lot.
In other words...
In other words, this is a classic locked door room. Locked room murder, not locked door room. Locked room murder? It's like one of those Agatha Christie novels. I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? Right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
I'll just like that. Okay, yeah. I suspect it was by Spike Chunsoft, but I know that there's a lot of legal stuff behind that studio and like changing staff, so I've no idea who actually like worked on the things. Yeah, thank you for the confirmation, Flo. Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind, I'm completely clueless.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. Interesting. Haven't heard this one before. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime. I've been told I should stop shaking. I'm going to avoid shaking. Apparently I touched the disc and it causes that to happen. I'm going to try to avoid that. It's been brought to my attention. I'm sorry. It simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, reading today. Sorry. All we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. Push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door or something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in this... You have at least one gun. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other
They
words...
stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. It sounds like it could have been possible, maybe?
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. I feel like there's at least one more type, but I don't know. I can't think of it right now. Not a locked room?
In other words...
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Yes, here in reality. As we have this music blaring into our face in this highly stylized room. In reality, these things don't happen. And you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. I don't think so. I think it's the last one. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case? The third one, you just said this. That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. More investigation equals better outcome, I guess? I don't know. For Sakura, if nothing else. If no one else. What's that? This looks like some kind of wrapper. Oh, is that a donut wrapper? That's really bad.
Huh?
That's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well...
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. Thought it might help her calm down a bit. So he gave that candy to Sakura. Found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like him. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. Wow, really? I made sure nobody else could get their hands on him. That seems like an important statement. Just saying. Please, Hina, you didn't kill her, Did you really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. Yeah, red is looking sus, and it's unfortunate. Now, they've lost all their flavor. You know. Polka dot candy wrapper. Okay, are these leaves or bloods? Leaves? Why did I say leaves? I meant petals. All blood splatter. There are oh, I was wrong on both counts. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? I don't know. So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. That is odd. Figure on the floor has been added to the truth build section of your handbook. Do you know what I really want to... Yes! The locker comes into play. I knew it! Huh? The locker's open. And there on the inside... It's a handprint?
Why?
It's a handprint doing here. It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint. Oh wait, this is Makoto. Sorry. It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh too. Say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hidden here until the locked room was opened, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point. Perfect recall, Makoto and Kyoko over here. Do you know why I didn't notice? I was a bit in shock. I think there was something a little bit more pressing at the time, but alright. Alright.
Indeed.
So, there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, Makoto's just like, yeah, I remember when that happened. And it's like, and you remember the unicorn in the corner? Yeah, now that you mention it. Yeah, so then, what's this handprint mean? Locker handprint, not locker room handprint, but locker handprint. I want to look at the height. So that's about Makoto's height, right? You know, that's about where Makoto's hands would be. Interesting. Okay, there are a bunch of bottles here. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And they're chess pieces, and inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So...
Yeah. Okay. Which animal were you going to choose? It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh, yeah. Maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. So usually that's done by having it broken into smaller pieces and then slipping those through the opening and then reconstructing it with like a special tool. And it takes a lot of precision. That's my understanding of it. Might be wrong. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's really impressive that you're making an effort to write English comments at least, Hiroki. So I appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, this is the first time I'm playing any of the Danganronpa games. I don't know if you, maybe I don't know. But yeah, this is my first time and this is the first game. So yeah, it's all a shock to me. Monokuma bottle added. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. No, you're not. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found, excuse me, on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle. Okay, when he said, I think I'm putting things together, he meant I've made the absolute easiest logical deduction that the bottle was probably the murder weapon. I thought he would have done a little bit more work than that. I thought he was gonna be like, okay, so the killer was this. No, he was just like, I think someone hit her with a bottle. What made you think that? The glass and the shelf and the... Anyway, which means Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. That's Sakura, and she's dead. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. I still think of poison. What's that? There's blood over there. It's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. Oh, that's why it couldn't be blood earlier. It wasn't pink. My bad. Must have come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain. Anything else? Let's look at the magazine shelf. Maybe there's clues there. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Nope, guess not. Okay, we haven't looked at Sakura's actual body. Very weird perception here. Oh, perspective rather. Sakura drew. She actually looks like a JoJo character posing at this point. It's like. It's a bit JoJo-y. I can't really fit in frame while keeping my earphones on, but I'm sorry for the disrespect, Sakura. I'm sure Sakura would like being called a JoJo. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. Oh yeah? Well, I think, from what I've read, the original Japanese version of Danganronpa seems to be better. Because of the way that things were translated, especially the first case. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma vial, she had also vomited blood, and I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? Poison. Monokuma vial specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. The status of Sakura's body has been added to the truth bullets. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Yeah. We can't look at the game she was playing. Okay, we can talk to... Oh, there's something over here. I want to get the evidence before I start talking to people. That's how I like to play detective games. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the rec room. Yep, that looks like poison.
So...
Oh no, wait. So that was a very powerful protein powder. Maybe someone just switched it with poison. It looks like... Whoopsie, I knocked the desk. It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Who knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. No. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
That's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey.
See what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. It must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
So they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. The protagonist said we have to pay attention, so we were paying attention. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure how I see how. I'm not sure how I see is what I was going to say, and it's with your eyes. That's the answer. Finished my tea. Onto the water. Empty protein drink has been added to the truth bullets. Okay. Oh, we only knocked out that one. Interesting. Okay, let's talk to Hina first. She deserves our attention and care. We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? Monokuma file said she'd be dead. She'd died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it from Sakura herself. I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. One of them might have got a little bit jumpy and said, hey, maybe there won't be much talking. I should poison her. I sort of repositioned this so that I'm slightly more comfortable and I can lean back in frame. There we go, that's a bit better. I'm hunched over and slouching in most streams, but this is a posture check. Everyone check your posture. There's a surprise one. Caught you. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Oh, okay. Well, have a good night, Hiroki. Thank you again for coming. No worries. I know it's late there. So, yeah. Have a good night. And thank you. Ina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. It sounded like you were saying goodbye. Right? Thank you again for the follow. Aoi's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. The fact that she had asked those three to meet with her. She asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It'd be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Okay, Kyoko, what do you think?
However,
For Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
But she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Byakuya, what lies are you going to tell me? What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. What fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact. You're all finished. Please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Byakuya's account has been added to the truth bullet section. Anything else that's particularly suspicious around here? I think I can leave. I need to examine the crime scene as much as possible. No, I guess I cannot leave. There might be something else here. That's asking me to talk to Kyoko. I can look at the door. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window. It happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Now can I leave? Nope. Okay, more to look at. Pool table? No. Darts? What are the lights looking like? That might have been a source of broken glass. So, I looked at that. Okay. I don't like the auto lock. Honestly, I don't like things pulling at my cursor like that. Can I look at the cabinet? No. Can I take a closer look at the locker? Maybe. What have I missed? Spoken to everyone? There's a... It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. It's roughly an hour ago. Does that mean Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Maybe. Anything else? Nope. Okay, there's something I need to find here. Did I look at Sakura without Byakuya talking to me? Sakura drew her last breath. There's obvious evidence of the multiple blows to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. According to the Monokuma file, she has vomited blood, trace of blood, reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Okay. Hina.
What the heck?
I already know who did it. Okay, it had to be one of them. The fact that she asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon. Yeah. Okay. Only Byakuya is here.
Hey.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah, that's the same line. Can I look at her shoes? Give that to Sakura. Yeah, okay, that's all the same. These again? There are shards of glass scattered around, and then there's the figure. And the glass, it's a Monokuma figure. Okay. Nope, okay. Nothing new there. Something on the floor maybe? Oh, what's up, Barbus? Welcome to the stream. I'm just looking for, I think, the lost piece of evidence that's just lying around that I haven't seen yet, I guess. In the crime scene. On or in. This one makes me quite sad. I like Sakura a lot, as you know. More than Ufumi, that's for sure. Locker again? I don't know. The door to the locker is wide open. It's a handprint. It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint. Hammer seems to be quite fresh too.
So...
Most likely someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra.
However...
There's no way the killer hidden there until we open the door, or the room. Think back, before we open the door. Okay, yeah, cool, we have that. Okay, right, the locker was already open.
Indeed.
So there's definitely no way someone could have been hiding there when we opened the door. Okay, cool.
Don't make me.
I don't know what I'm missing. Yeah, I didn't see her. Okay, cool. Is there anything... Maybe I should look at evidence? I don't know. What's the Monokuma file say? Nothing new. I'm willing to take a hint on this one because I feel like it's I feel like I'm pixel hunting a little bit and I don't really like pixel hunting. There's the cabinet. I've already clicked on that. Game isn't clickable. Chair isn't clickable. What is this? Oh, this chair is clickable apparently. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair did it. Had anything special done to it? Maybe having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Okay. Cool. I think that was the last piece. Well, Makoto, have you finished your with your general investigation? What's the general investigation? Okay. Yeah, I think so for the most part.
So then...
And you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Okay, now we can leave. We did it. We found the pixel. Yeah, no, I just wanted to leave. Okay, I have to press B apparently. Yeah. These 2 other probably went back to their rooms. Thank you for taking me there at least. So it was Toko and it was... Sayako, of course. No, it was Yasuhiro, who I think is nearby as well. Press the doorbell. Who is it? Is it Jack or Toko? Or Jill or Toko? After a few seconds. Is it vibrating Toko? No, it's not vibrating Toko.
Who's
Unfortunate. We don't get a vibrating Toko this stream. We don't get blessed with the vibrating Toko. The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
You
Say
sneezed.
your name. It makes me sick to my stomach.
It's fine, we keep misusing it because we keep saying Jack instead of Jill. Everyone else says Jill. Why do we say Jack still? It's weird.
I was in such a good mood, too.
Huh? She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about
Why is
something.
this part voiced?
Is now a bad time?
I'm just curious, that's a genuine question. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
That's her slithering out into the hall.
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something.
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
What?
What?
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said too, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit it. I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. Row. That Toko quickly retreated into her room. Row. It's like a skip record. Skip record? Wow. Nice. Good job, Josh. English well today. Toko's account has been added. It's like a broken record or a record that a DJ is playing with on a turntable. Where's Yasuhiro? That's Yasuhiro. I thought it was Leon for a second. Press the doorbell. Ding dong. After a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something?
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something with you. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
How did you know about that?
Could it be?
Oh, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Oga told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Togo to come too.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
Well, she asked me to meet with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing.
Gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
No way. I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey,
Oh, sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets.
Oh, sorry. Looks like Oh, sorry.
It's like the same as when you pull out the inside of your pocket to say you don't have money or something. Except he wears many jackets, so who knows. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Because of the wind, Hiro snatched it back up. Hiro is there and shoved it back into his pocket.
hey, come on.
Yeah. Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw away.
Trash?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there is to it. Pocket trash. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start?
Let's do the chem lab thing. I'm gonna try using fast travel since I never used this. There we go. How are we all doing today? It's a Friday, it's the end of the month. Scary times. End of the months. Ends of the month. All those month ends. Oh, you can just skip directly to the... Oh, that's nice. I didn't even know that. No, wait, I'm wrong. Sorry. I think I recognized this as something else. My bad. I recognized this as the second floor for some reason. It just feels like months pass by too quickly these days, huh? Lovely profit day. Yeah, I mean, what you were telling me earlier, definitely. I'm doing pretty well. I mean, I'm quite proud of myself for getting through an essay I was really stressed about. Well, at least getting through the first draft of it. You know, I can still touch it up plenty. In theory, if I presented what I currently have, I might fail and also get kicked out of university because I haven't done any citation. But, I mean, citation is pretty easy. It's pretty easy menial work. So, Yeah, but I'm actually happy with the content. I tried doing a strategy for writing essays that I haven't really been able to employ. Which is that... Well, I mean, the citations are in my head. I just haven't written them down. So that goes back to what I was about to say about the strategy, which was just write a terrible, terrible draft. Just to get something on the page and then touch it up later. But then when you return to that draft, you find out that it's actually, like, not that bad. Most of the time. So yeah, I did have, like, references, but I wasn't typing down, like, specific quotes and stuff because I just wanted to get something on the page. No one cares about this, but I thought I'd mention it. And my hands are so cold. Sorry. Well, I really appreciate the restraint, Flo, for not going to get food. But hey, don't forget to feed yourself. It's important. Yeah. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. Ah, thank you. Means a lot, even though I know it's incredibly boring to most people. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, jeez, why? Okay, so Toka's just been feeding Byakuya's, like, superiority complex. He's been feeding her inferiority complex, and I think they're both getting a bit out of hand. Like, just keep it in the bedroom, guys, come on. Yeah, thanks Makoto for not actually saying it. It's actually funny, I just said, you know, it's important to get food and stuff, but I've recently been reading and, watching videos about how beneficial fasting can be. But that's, that would be different to just getting food. I mean, not getting food, because you've eaten today, obviously. I just think that's a funny bit of discord that was in my brain as I was saying that. This is my first time seeing the shelf. It's on my first rodeo, but I just can't get over how big it is. I'm like a small 5'3" tiny little boy, and it's just so tall. I should probably take a closer look at it. Okay. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More important right now, what's that powder that's being spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Someone already has. These are footprints? Nah, they're handprints. Come on. They're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? May need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. An insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. What? Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. Good. Great job, Makoto. You did a good job. Okay. So, how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It appears that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. Came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. Bottle.
See.
These footprints must be.
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No!
What?
Okay. Then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. Oh my god. These Vans. How poor are you? I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I'm not wearing Vans at the moment, but I do wear Vans. Nothing wrong with wearing Vans. Nothing wrong with wearing something that isn't Vans. Anyway, I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. That's surprising. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. These prints are a really valuable clue. And the shattered. Scattered? I'm scatterbrained. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It's a poison. Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. You like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled. He's like, when I walked in here at first, it definitely wasn't like this. Maybe when I left?
So, in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. No, it could have been when you left as well. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section. What's in the A? Let's see, what's on this shelf?
All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A, a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait, yeah, there's a Chem C9 in there. There's one ball here that's labeled Chem C9. Did someone have put it here on accident? And this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. Why would you have poisons in a lab? That seems weird. You don't label something, oh yeah, this is a poison. You can label it poisonous, but it's like, oh yeah, here's the poison in case you want to murder someone. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. And B? This part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents, my bad. I took science in high school. Reagents. And simply they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. That is, yeah. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must be truly bliss. But isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? He's touchy about this. Clearly he has spent a lot of time studying science and mathematics, and everyone's told him it has no practical use, and that's why they hate it, and he's like, oh, well, I do well in it. The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Yeah, he's just salty, man. I didn't even say that. He's a sociology major. Anyway, I don't actually know what the stereotypes for sociology majors are, I realize. I don't think I interact with them at all. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Yeah. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Yeah, I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. The doctor must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. What concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with the label from Section C. There's a bottle of poison from Section C doing in a Section A. There's definitely something going on here. ChemLab's shelf has been added to the Truth Bullet section. First I have to check out this area. Okay, I guess there's something I'm missing. Is it just the powder? There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. So it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of these prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder has been added. It wasn't before? Okay. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at the rec room. Why didn't that add it to my... Okay. Apparently that didn't add it to my Truth Bullet section the first time we had that cutscene. The scene. Whatever you want to call it. Where are we going? To the rec room. Also, we've already passed, oh wait, there's, oh wait, that's where we are. Okay, that's the 5th floor. Let's go here. We've already passed the 50-minute mark, so I thought this was going to be a dangerously short stream, but it seems like we're going to be fine, for now at least. Let me stop talking before I jinx it. I like this part, it's so purple. Purple's a nice color. What's everyone's favorite color? Such a boring question, but I like that question.
Hey.
Yeah, we did. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hira told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. It's all too convenient. Someone must be lying while Hira is. Red. Ooh. Interesting. Can you guess what my favorite color is? I'll give you a guess. You can try. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the monochrome bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Purple? No. I'm not even sure anymore, actually. silver. That's a color, sure. I mean, based on all my channel art, you would think it's also my curtains. They're blue. The bed behind me is blue. This isn't a bedroom. I just have a bed behind me. I don't know why I failed to mention that before. No, please, Barbers. Let's shelve that theory. Can I be? Nah, it's fine. I was gonna delete the comment, but I won't. So you'd think it's blue. A lot of people think it's blue. I'm wearing a blue shirt underneath here. See, a lot of people think it's blue. It's green, or at least it always has been green. I'm questioning myself now. Denmark, yes. I do like the Danes. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Ah, yes, that famous saying. Clue. I'm trying to make a Taskmaster reference. Camouflage. This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold bloody letters. Guys, it's that Danganronpa staple for every case. The killer's name is written right there. You have it with Leon. You have it with... What was it? Bloodlust. Bloodlust? Toko. Can't believe Okot did it. Me neither, man. On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters, and it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Coco, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It's already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but not every case has to have the name written there. It just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. I thought it was like makes me think that. My bad. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. They literally said it seems too easy that the name would be written there. Flashbacks to the first case. Magazine dying message has been added. I realized that my own inability to read sometimes is really what prolongs the stream. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Posture check. There we go. Something new. Ah yes, that famous saying. He's invoking it.
Hey.
It'll appear. So, did you figure it out? There's a thin correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Are you talking about the chess pieces? A correlation? Hey Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in that outcome. It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Let's see, is it... I was about to say it's arranged by value of chess pieces, but it isn't. Because the rook would be ahead of the bishop. Yeah. Imagine entering the room and seeing, yeah, on the wall. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Also, you must have gone through quite a bit of effort to invert that text. Good job. Yeah, out loud and in his head. So yeah, I'm looking at these chess pieces. The queen and the knight are missing. But are they arranged specifically? Because I would think that they're arranged to their value, because pawn's on the outer end and the king's on the other outer end. But the rook would be on the more valuable side. Oh, you just talked about upside down? Ah, he's Australian. Did we establish Barbus's pronouns? I can't even remember. I'm sorry.
if we didn't. Ah! Please correct us if we're wrong. Oh, they have a chair? Nah. Oh, Brazilian. Ah! Why? Why did I do that? I couldn't think of anything. I just decided to wave. What a weird involuntary reflex. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. Why did I wave? I don't know! I have no idea why that happened. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Experiment?
Anyway.
When you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle, try to get the smaller pieces too. Just cut your fingers. Just do it. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something... And she was just like, that terrible, awful, obnoxious Byakuya. Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. That Kyoko left the room. I don't know what this is about, but ow! What choice do I have? Better just do it. Also, when they said, like, aren't you worried about tampering with the crime scene? This is why you take photos of the crime scene. This is why people take photos of things before they move things. Anyway. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. I think we're gonna find 2 bottles. Just as I finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
Got a scare from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Ah, this is clever. Oh boy. Oh boy. Can we start that political movement? Can we start the wave? The main language of Brazil is Portuguese, right? Am I wrong? Do you speak Portuguese? I don't know. Yep, Portuguese. I learned that from The Sweet Life on Deck, I'm pretty sure. I think that's where that information originally came from. Wow. And they say kids TV doesn't teach you anything. Compare the weights of what? The bottles. Pieces of glass you collected in one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. I don't speak a lick of Portuguese. First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So
Not
then...
exactly the same. Now, here comes the important part. Here are all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? We would expect it to be equal, but it probably won't be. A normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? Broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew...
How is that possible? Is that the Kaiba quote? I don't know. Yeah, she is clever. It's nice to see someone smart do stuff in a detective game sometimes. Just as I thought. What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. Oh, there were 2 bottles missing. That's what she meant. She wasn't actually referring to the pieces. Okay, I could tell there were 2 bottles missing, but alright. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And what was the last one? Sakura's body. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
Makoto's like, can we get a famous Danganronpa quote in chat? There we go. Wait, almost got it wrong. Here we go. Famous Danganronpa quote in chat for Makoto. He's not getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. The kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. There are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's what Makoto's like. That's not Makoto. That was Sakura. That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, look here. It was Sakura's shoes. Her shoes?
correct.
See that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
Powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the truth bullets.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Next. I don't think I said next correctly. Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem.
Actually, you wouldn't notice anyway. It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow. Instead, received 2 blows to the head. 2 bubbles. Yeah, 2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
2 people killed her consecutively. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truth bullets. I believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. We definitely couldn't have. Oh, is that the end of the... Is that the end of the... Oh boy. That was a short examination, investigation, deception, persuasion.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so
Oh, wow.
boring I couldn't stay awake.
Wow. Chat right now is just saying that. There's all of you in chat. I know it. Anyway.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
I really wanted this to be a longer stream.
Go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
But we have a habit of like,
See you soon.
can I? We have a habit of like doing all the trials on Saturdays. So I like sticking to that. We'll do like the pre-trial preparation. Yeah, there we go. There's chat. Yep, there we go. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. Half solved. Sorry, I switched like halfway through that word. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Oh, Makoto. Okay, let's do like let's talk to people. This is a lot earlier than I intended for us to finish this investigation. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up, one after another. Then... The ultimate... No, not more of this! Why are the emoticons there? The ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery! Wait.
What?
Yeah. What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body! I don't know, how does it... XD? This is just plain creepy. Dude, you use them yourself.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
This is just called using your face to express emotion. Now then, please go on the elevator. I never understood what this one actually means. I don't. Chat, help me out. What does this emoticon even mean? I'll see you all down there. There we go. I can do that one. I can't make myself starry-eyed, but yeah. And then here's the writer. What the hell was all that? I don't get it.
Just the one.
I don't get you guys. Oh, okay. Is it meant to be like a raised eyebrow in a way? Because, you know, like one eye is bigger than the other. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? Oh, okay.
Look at me.
Today I learned something new. I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? I've seen some pretty convincing evidence that either Toko or Yasuhiro, well, actually both, Toko and Yasuhiro were there. Maybe they both tried to kill Sakura. Don't mock our boomer emoticons. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I actually like some of them more than some emojis. But I'm just thinking here. Let's think for a second. Maybe Yasuhiro walked into the room, saw a Sakura that he thought was sleeping, and wham! Did what he thought was a murder after Toka had already killed Sakura. Which also happened after Byakuya poisoned her. Maybe we can get the full sweep. The full sweep. Full sweep, I don't care. Full house. Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. As there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. Yet, someone killed her. Maybe there were 3 attempted murders and one of them was successful. Excuse me? That person is here. That person is one of us? They're among us. I'll make this joke every time.
Don't look at me!
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me.
But because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you?
Yeah. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that. He's like, yeah, it's me. We'll save Kyoko for last. Hina, how are you doing?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat?
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. Okay.
Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, it felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. Climbed into our steel prison in total silence. I watched the doors close. Felt it begin its sinister descent.
Wow, this is a very... vacuous, is that the word? Vacuous elevator. Spacious.
The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. Oh, lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again.
Oh, we have like an ancient Egyptian theme going on.
Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few! You must be so lonely. Say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly misconception, a deadly investigation, a deadly persuasion. Did I already say that one? I don't know. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly bottle, another deadly bottle, a deadly poison, a deadly class trial.
Yes. Let's save, why not? I'm just going to do the set skills thing. So I think, did we get some new ones? I think we got lost in thought and we got cool and composed. Oh yeah. A deadly diddly doodly. Oh, that makes me giggle. Increases the time limit for each phase. Effective during the... Ooh, that's a good one. Especially for streaming. Cool and... oh, there's the steadies your aim. Cool and composed. Steadies your aim a little. Effective during the non-stop debate and the hangman's gambit. I like both of these. Which one don't I need? Increases the focus gauge by 2. Not bad. Melodious voice increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Okay, that's not too bad. The focus gauge recovers more quickly, effective during the non-stop debate, the hangman's gambit, and the bullet time battle. I like it. Neural liberation is also good. The focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration and fever time, effective during the non-stop. Yeah. Any others that I have up here? No. Okay, so I think breathing technique I can take off. Yeah, I don't think I need that one, because I want the other 2. Yeah. What's extraordinary focus? Oh yeah, increases the focus gauge by 2. It's not that bad. What if I took this off and then just made it recover faster though? Yeah. Does that work? Yeah, I got all the good ones.
This is a pretty good loadout, right? Seems good. Lost in Thought gives you more time during the class trial segments, I think. Yeah, increases the time limit for each phase, effective during the class trial. Costs 3 SP. Seems like a good one, just in case, especially for like, what's it good for? Those little segments where you have to select the evidence. Yeah, we've never even used like half our time. Yeah. But it's specifically like during those segments where you have to pick an option, choose evidence and stuff, you know. And also I get to talk more. Don't you guys want me to talk? Okay, fine, I'll deselect it, whatever. It'll make the game more fun, I guess, as well. Fine. Guys just don't want me. You guys just don't want me to talk. It's fine. No, it's fine. Save. You do make a good point that I've never gone below halftime before, so I mean, yeah. We've saved now. I think that's where we're gonna end it off. I think tomorrow might be long. I'm such a doormat. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes. I am trying to present streams for you guys, so, you know. There is an element of what you say goes. And also, I'm not that invested in, like, these specific skills. Like, I don't use the focus gauge that often. And I've never gone really below time, so it's fine. It seems relatively inconsequential to me. I do like the steadying aim, though. I like that one. That one's caught me a little bit. Yeah, so we're probably going to do the trial tomorrow. I might start earlier. So that we can comfortably finish the entire trial. We'll see about that. I shouldn't have a problem with doing that. I might start an hour earlier than usual. Just so that we can get like a good 3-hour trial in, I guess. It took us 2 hours and 40 minutes last time. So, it seems reasonable. Fair enough. Yeah, waiting 20 minutes. Oh yeah, do you know what we really need? We really need the time for that comic section extended. Because, my word, that takes 20 minutes already. So we should just extend that to like 40 minutes, right? Make that an entire stream. Seems like a good idea. Anyway, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. We'll do the trial. We'll try to finish it in one sitting. I'm quite dedicated to doing it in one sitting. Probably going to start a little bit earlier, though. To compensate for the fact that last time I ended up going quite late. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Thank you to Hiroki God once again for the follow. Really appreciate it. And also all those nice comments they're making in chat. Hope you had a good time. Have a good day. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Brazilian wave once again. Another wave to the Brazilians. This isn't a Brazilian wave. It's a wave specifically to Brazilians. Why am I like this? Okay. Bye, everyone.